What's going on, YouTube? It's Charlie Eugene back with another video. Today, I have an Optiplex 7060. This is a micro form factor desktop PC. This machine came with an i5 8th generation, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and a 512 solid state drive. If anybody knows me, I want to get that i5 out of there and get the i7 installed in there. Now, mind you, the i5 performed really well. It's very snappy. It's very good processor, but I want to get it to an i7, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. First, I'm going to go around the machine, show you what the I/O looks like, and then I'm going to open the system up, show you where the RAM is placed, show you where the 2.5 is placed, along with the M.2, the processor, and how you can upgrade certain components in this device. All right, I don't want to talk too much. Let me open up this machine, and then we're going to get this i7 installed into this 7060 micro form factor. All right, guys, so with these small form factors, even the HP, I want to assume the Lenovo, small machines are also held in place with one screw. So that's what I love about these small systems. You know, as you can see, before we open it, let's look at the I/O. You got your power port. You have two display ports here, which you can convert to HDMI with the cable. You have I guess this is a Kensington lock. This is how you can lock it to the, if you're in an office space, you can lock it to your desk. You have 4 USB 3 ports here. And then you have your Ethernet port along with the module. This is where you can put an additional HDMI port, which I'm going to be doing in a video probably next week or the next few weeks. You can put an extra USB Type-C and VGA. Those are the 3 that I've seen so far. And this metal here, whatever this is made of, is perforated. So if you press hard enough, it will go through where you can put your new module in. And I'm gonna do that on a new video coming up. Also, I've seen these models right here. Let me turn this right here. I've seen these models where you can also put antennas for Wi-Fi there as well, okay? So that's the back. And then the front here, you have your power button. You have your microphone jack along with your headphone jack, a USB-C port, and an additional USB 3. All right, so this is a nice machine, man. Nice machine. And I got some of this thermal stuff over here. Let me get that stuff off. All right, so let's open this thing up. Like I said, most of these small form factor machines are held together with one screw. For whatever reason, for me, I like to just start with the machine upside down. It just makes it a little easier to slide it, to start the process of getting the case open. All right, I just start a little bit like that, and then I flip mine over. You don't have to do that. That's just how I do it, okay? So very easy, held in place with one screw. And just lift up on it and take the lid off, okay? And as you can see, let me move my chip out the way so I don't damage it. As you can see, I like the insides of these Optiplex small form factor. Optiplex is better than the HPs. Just a little bit more neat, in my opinion, okay? Everything's right in front of you. As you can see, the 2.5 drive is right in front of your face. Can't miss that. Very easy to remove this. All you do is squeeze these 2 latches here, and you move it to the right, and that's it. It's off, okay? So I'm gonna show you the insides of this machine before we put the CPU in there. And there's plenty of content on YouTube on opening this machine and doing different things to it. But I want to show you my way of doing it, okay? Now, as you can see, I installed an M.2. You also, it has space for another size M.2. I'm gonna be putting that up right now. I forgot the size, but this one here is a 2280. But there's another hole for a screw for a shorter M.2. I just can't remember the size because I'm always installing the 2280 size, but that's definitely a good thing. All right, so I got a TB in there, which I'm not going to remove, but I want to show you guys where that's located. Also, there's a a wireless LAN M.2 slot here. So if you want to do a wireless LAN, you have to screw here for that. Okay, I love these small machines because they're small, but you can upgrade them very well. And I'm gonna bring the motherboard close. So remember I was telling you guys about the module here that you can add. I'm probably gonna add an HDMI because I need an extra screen. So if you look closely, let me bring this up. If you look closely, it has USB Type-C and video. So that's what you're going to be connecting. Once you put your module in, you're going to connect the connector to the motherboard threads here, okay? You're going to connect it right there, and it's labeled. It tells you right there video. So whether you're doing the HDMI or the VGA, you're going to connect it to that port there where it says video, and then the Type-C. If you do the Type-C module, obviously you want to match it up with the Type-C module, Type-C port here on the motherboard. All right, so these machines are very upgradable, as you can see. You know, I got a M.2 and I have a 2.5 512 installed in here. All right, now this is why I'm making this video. I'm going to get to the CPU. So obviously the CPU is right here underneath this black plastic here, whatever this is called. And underneath this black plastic, there's the thermal. It's the heat shield for the chip. Okay, easy to remove this as well. All you do is squeeze these two. It has arrows, so if you can't figure this stuff out, man, I don't know what to tell you. It has arrows, so all you have to do is squeeze these as well and move this to the right. Okay, move it to the right. Be very careful. And as you can see, the fan, this one's a little jammed in here. 1 second, guys. All right, there we go. All right, just be very careful when you're doing this because it's still connected. Your fan is still connected to the motherboard. If you want to remove that there, you can. I'm not doing that. I just want to be very careful. Let me slide this a little bit down here. You can remove the fan if you want. Like I say in all my videos, if you see dust in that CPU fan, get it out of there. Get yourself a toothbrush or an air duster can and get out. This machine is very clean. I do not need to dust off anything here. Very clean. So this is also where your RAM is, obviously. This machine can hold 32 gigs of DDR4. Okay, I'm already maxed out. This thing came maxed out. Don't need to do that. All right. And the chip, let me start to talk about this chip. Actually, let me remove the heat sink. Excuse me, I got a little cold. I feel like I'm getting a little cold. Obviously, 4 screws to remove this heat shield. Once you remove this heat shield, your CPU will be right there, okay? Your processor is right there. So let's remove that. Grab yourself a screwdriver. Always grab the right size screws. Do not script your screws. Love these small machines. They're quiet. They're powerful. Of course, you don't buy this if you're a gamer. You can do some PlayStation 2 emulation. You can do some Dreamcast emulation, but you're not going to be able to do any modern games with this integrated chip. But you want to do video editing, some light video editing. You want to do some audio production. These machines are really good for that, and they're quiet. Very rarely do I hear the fans kick up. All right, very easy, man. I like these Optiplex models better than the Elite desks that I do. I got other videos that I'm gonna post right here up in the corner if you want to see how to do this processor upgrade on the HP models. But this model's a lot better. I like Dell's layout a little bit better. All right, so there's your chip. And obviously you want to remove this latch, this little hook. Once you remove the hook, you can lift up on the housing, and voila, okay? Like I said, always look for that arrow in the corner or that triangle on the corner of your CPU that tells you the direction you need to put your new CPU, okay? And it also has it on the plate. There's always a little arrow on the plate, okay? So that's how you know which directions you need to put your new chip in. Same, it's always the same for every PC, okay? Now I'm gonna be fast forwarding this part because you guys don't wanna see me clean off this thermal paste. Yeah, and obviously you're gonna have to get yourself some thermal paste for your new chip. You don't wanna leave the old thermal paste on here. You wanna apply new thermal paste, okay? But I'm gonna fast forward this because I know you guys don't wanna sit and watch me do that. So I'm gonna be quiet and you'll see me working really quickly, all right? All right, so I'm back. Let me see my head, see my big bald head here. Didn't do a good job getting this off. I'm gonna have to do a little bit better than that. But you guys get the point. You get the you get some rubbing alcohol, some Q-tips, and you try to get this as clean as possible. For whatever reason, I might have to use a microfiber to remove this because I don't like the way that looks. That's a messy job right there. I don't like that. I'm not worried about the old chip. I'll clean that up later. You guys will need to see me clean the old chip. I'm gonna put that on eBay anyway. See if I can get a couple bucks for it. But let me try using this microfiber and getting this a little bit cleaner before I install the i7 chip. But let me just randomly talk about this machine as I'm doing that. So yeah, man, these you know, I know people in the comments are gonna say, well, you don't have to put in the chip because I'm putting in, let me see, I think it's an i7 87T. Let me look to be exactly what I'm putting in here. It's like an i7. My eyes are I'm getting old. Yeah, I'm putting an i7 8700T. You know, I put that T in there because it's like a efficiency. It's like a the power is it doesn't need as much power to power the CPU. And I know people are going to be like, oh, well, you can put in a regular i7 socket 1151. Yeah, I get it, but I don't want to have to get a new power supply. And I don't want to have to deal with, you know, going through extra stuff to get it to work. So I'd rather just get the CPU that I know works. Okay, so before you guys even leave, yeah, this works a lot better than the Q-tip. A lot better. Look, guys, this is how you want it to look. This is how you want it to look. So yeah, before you guys say, oh man, you can put a different chip in there. Yeah, you probably can, but I don't want to deal with boot up issues and not getting to post and all that stuff. I'd rather just put something in that I know works. All right, so, and that's just me. You know, do what you need to do. All right, that's how you want it to look. See that? Nice and clean. You don't want old thermal paste on there. You want to put a new batch of thermal paste. All right, so now we're looking good. That's how you want that to look. All right, so like I said earlier, grab your, let me get this rubbing hole out my face. It's kind of strong. Grab your new CPU or your used CPU, and you see that arrow in the corner, like I always say, match that up with the arrow here. We know it's going this way. Very easy to put these CPUs in. I'm old school. Back in the day, man, I remember it had the bottom of these CPUs had pins that stick out. And if you bent a pin, oh man, you were pretty much done. Every now and then you might get lucky with a bent pin and get it in there, but usually if you bent like 2 or 3 pins on the old CPUs, you were done. So now it's a little easier to manage these processors now. So yep, it's sitting nice and flush. That's it, guys. Very easy process, man. Very easy process to do. Okay, very easy to do. And let me pull it back out for the thumbnail. Actually, let me be careful. I need a decent thumbnail. Let me see here. Let me see if I can get a good thumbnail. Yeah. All right, had to get a thumbnail shot. Okay. Yep, make sure it's in there nice and flush. You want to just close this again. You want to make sure this little groove is in between the screw right there. You want to make sure that's in between. And then once you do that, bring your latch back down and then attach, then swing it under the hook here. Place it right under the hook. And you're good. There you go. Your processor is installed. Now, the thermal paste. I got 2 thermal pastes here. I'm going to be using this MX4. Hopefully it's not dried out. But there's all kind of different ways people like to apply the thermal paste on these chips. I just always go for the circle in the middle. Let's see if there's some in here. Yep, there's some in here. So I put a decent amount. I don't go overboard with it. I would say right about there for me. Let me do a little bit more. Yeah, this is pretty much done. This was the last. This is the last of this thermal paste. It's done. Yep, that was perfect. That's just amount. This just the amount that I need. So I don't go overboard with that. And then you put your heat shield back on top of your processor, and you're done. You're done. Okay, you're done. And let me make sure I'm putting this back on correctly, so I can't remember. Okay, so it goes. Let me see here. I think it goes like this. I want to believe it goes like that. I hope. This is my first time doing a processor upgrade. Maybe not. Doesn't feel like it's sitting properly. Let me switch it like this. Yeah, that feels like it's the right way. All right, let me see. So make sure these screws are lined up. I don't know if it even matters, actually. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm going to find out, guys, when I try to screw this down. Let me see. Yeah, it's starting to go. This one isn't. I don't think I'm doing this correctly here, guys. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think I'm okay now. Yeah, I don't know if that matters. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out when I try to put this plastic cap over the top, so you guys can learn from my mistakes. If I'm making a mistake now, you can learn from me. All right, make sure you get these screws in place. This one is, there we go. Yep, they're all nice and snug. Okay, let's bring this back around. Okay, this part of the cover needs to go underneath this metal here. Let's see if I did this right. I might not have put these shields back on right because it feels like it's not right. So I'm gonna have to, let's see, hold on, am I tripping? Yeah, I might not have put that on there. Oh, yeah, I did. So yeah, make sure you just put it in place and hear these snaps. Bam, good. So I did the right thing. All right, so that's pretty much it. Make sure that's in place. That's it, guys. Very easy to upgrade this system. So now I'm at an i7 now, and of course I'm gonna boot the system and make sure that it boots and make sure that it's reading my CPU correctly, which I'm pretty for certain it's going to do that. But that's pretty much it. Okay, you put your, if you do some of these machines, if you buy this refurbished from MicroCenter or somewhere online, it might not come with the caddy for the 2.5. It might just have your space for your M.2. Okay, I got lucky. I was fortunate. They sent me the caddy. All right, so be mindful of that. But put this back in place. That's installed. Put your face back over it. Put your cover plate back over it. You're done. If you guys have any questions about this machine, feel free to ask me in the comments below. All right, I'll get back to everybody if you have any questions or you want some help on how to install something. And like I said, the next video I'm going to do, I definitely want a third monitor. I want to connect this to my TV as well as the 2 monitors I have. So I'm going to show you guys how to install the module for that. Okay, that'll be the next video. But please, man, click like, leave comments, hit that subscribe button. I'm almost at 500. I'm trying to get to 500. That's an accomplishment for me. Thank you guys for subscribing. And oh yeah, if I can do it, you can do it too. Peace.